In this video, you will see what is the top 10 must-have units in the new Solo Leveling Part 2 Anime Last Stand update, and every units in this video are all obtainable. And I do want to know, what do you think is the best unit in this Solo Leveling Part 2 update? Remember to subscribe and like. And with that being said, in no particular order, the first must-have unit is Sorcerer Killer. Toji is one of the best celestial unit, and I hope he will get an evolution in the near future, especially off the rip. He does Hemorrhage, which is insanely strong, and not only that, he becomes a hybrid unit and full AoE at later upgrades in this Solo Leveling Part 2 update. Sorcerer Killer stats a max upgrade and max LR, 115,820 damage with his Hemorrhage dealing 162,288 and his SPA at 6 seconds, making his damage per second at 39,744, which is insanely good, especially he becomes a full AoE and will be able to hit both air and ground enemies at later upgrades. What Hemorrhage do? It deals 1.4 times the damage over 5 ticks and lasts for 3 seconds, which increases the raw damage to enemies by 10%. The best traits you can have on Sorcerer Killer are Glitch, Avatar, and Elemental Master. Alright, next unit is Ichigo Mask. Ichigo is still one of the best mythic unit as he becomes a hybrid unit at later upgrades where he will be able to hit both air and ground enemies. And Ichigo is cheap to place and does bleeding right off the rip, making him useful for story, portal, raids, and many more in this Solo Leveling Part 2 update. Ichigo Mask stats a max upgrade and max LR, 175,320 damage with his bleeding dealing 245,448 damage and his SPA at 6 seconds, making his damage per second at 70,128, which is extremely strong as he will be able to hit both air and ground enemies at later upgrades, and he is a line AoE at the same time. The best traits you can have on Ichigo Mask are Glitch, Avatar, and Elemental Master. Alright, next unit is Green Esper. Tatsumaki is one of the best heal unit, especially she has an insane range and slow enemies right off the bat in this Solo Leveling Part 2 update. Green Esper stats a max upgrade and max LR, 159,480 damage with her SPA at 3 seconds, making her damage per second at 53,160, which is insanely strong as you can place 3 of Green Esper, and she's extremely cheap to max upgrade, making her one of the best heal unit in this Solo Leveling Part 2 update. The best traits you can have on Tatsumaki are Overlord, All-Seeing, Shinigami, and Glitch trait. Okay, next unit is Boyu. Metal Knight is the best heal unit, especially he has an insane damage and high range, which will be helpful in story modes, raids, and many more in this Solo Leveling Part 2 update. Boyu stats a max upgrade and max LR, 493,200 damage with his SPA at 7.5 seconds, making his damage per second at 65,760, which is insanely good, especially for a heal unit, and he is extremely cheap to place, only being 450 yen, so you'll be able to place him right away. How to get Boyu is through the banner 2, and it is a 1 out of 10,000 chance, so good luck to everyone who is trying to get Boyu. Okay, next unit is Hei. Hei is one of the best ultimate unit in this Solo Leveling Part 2 update as she becomes a full AoE, becomes hybrid at later upgrades, and cheap to place, which is extremely broken. These stats a max upgrade and max LR, 1,420,000 with her damage, their SPA at 7.5 seconds, making her damage per second at 189,440, which is insanely strong, and I highly recommend to try and get her as she is broken on how overpowered her stats are as she becomes a full AoE and will be able to hit both air and ground enemies at later upgrades with her insane range, and she is also cheap to place. How to get Hei is through banner 2, and it is a 1 out of 10,000 chance, so good luck to everyone who is trying to get Hei. Best traits you can have on Hei are Glitch, Overlord, and Shinigami. Alright, next unit is Animated Crow. Itachi is one of the most overpowered hybrid unit in this Solo Leveling Part 2 update, especially he is a hybrid right away, which will be insanely strong for raids, portals, and many more. Animated Crow stats a max upgrade and max LR, 284,760 damage with his Black Flame dealing 1,300,000 damage with his SPA at 9 seconds, making his damage per second at 183,512, which is one of the most broken units in this game currently. How to evolve Illusionist to Animated Crow is by grinding the Marine Raid and trade the raid tokens for the evolution items, and I highly recommend playing with other players as it is impossible to solo the Act 5 and Act 6 raid without having a good team. The best trades you can have on Animated Crow are Glitch, Avatar, and Elemental Master. Okay, next one is Gas Hunter. Smoker is one of the best units, especially with his full AoE at later upgrades, and will be able to hit both air and ground enemies, which is extremely strong for long infinites in this solo leveling part 2 update. Gas Hunter stats a max upgrade and max level are 181,440 damage with his SPA at 6 seconds, making his damage per second at 30,240, which is extremely good because if you did not know, at later upgrades he becomes a multi-hit where each hit will deal 100% of his base damage, which is extremely broken. I do not know if it's completely intended or not. How to evolve Gas to Gas Hunter is by grinding the Marine Raid and trade the raid tokens for the evolution item, and I recommend playing with other players as it is impossible to solo the Act 5 and Act 6 raid without having a good team. The best trades you can have on Gas Hunter are Glitch, Overlord, and Shinigami. Alright, next unit is Businessman Yojin. Yojin is currently the best farm unit you can get from the Celestial Banner, and I highly recommend to get him as it will help you a lot in this solo leveling part 2 update. Business Yojin earns 41,200 yen at the max upgrade, and he is extremely easy to max upgrade, so I highly recommend to have him in your team as he will help you a ton. The best traits you can have on Businessman Yojin are Glitch, Golden, and Shining. And Entrepreneur, how could I ever forget Entrepreneur, bro? Okay, next unit is Red Pirate. Shanks is still the best unit in this solo leveling part 2 update as he becomes a full AoE and will be able to hit both air and ground enemies at later upgrades, and at the same time he gets a brand new passive called Conqueror where he will deal 2.3 times of his damage over 6 ticks and stuns enemies for 6 seconds, which is insanely strong. Red Pirate stats a max upgrade and max level are 363,600 damage with his Conqueror damage dealing 836,280 damage, his SPA at 10 seconds making his damage per second at 119,888, which is extremely good, especially he becomes a full AoE and will be able to hit both air and ground enemies at later upgrades. Best traits you can have on Red Pirate are All-Seeing, Glitch, and Avatar. Alright, the next unit is Red Admiral War. Akainu is one of the best celestial unit, especially he becomes a full AoE and a hybrid at later upgrades where he will be able to hit both air and ground enemies. And not just that, he also does burn damage, which increases his damage per second in this solo leveling part 2 update. Red Admiral War stats a max upgrade and max level are 227,160 damage with his burn dealing 272,592 damage and his SPA at 7.5 seconds, making his damage per second at 55,528, which is extremely strong since he is a full AoE and will be able to hit both air and ground enemies at later upgrades. How to evolve Red Admiral to Red Admiral War is by grinding the Marine Raid and trade the raid tokens for the evolution item, and I recommend playing with other players as it is impossible to solo the Act 5 and Act 6 raid without having a good team. The best traits you can have on Red Admiral War are Glitch, Avatar, and Elemental Master. Okay, next unit is the Ice Elf Emperor. Ice Elf Emperor is one of the newest story secret unit you can get in this solo leveling part 2 update, and he became one of the most overpowered support unit you can have in your team. Ice Elf Emperor stats a max upgrade and max level are 1,162,000 damage with his SPA at 7.5 seconds, making his damage per second at 155,040, which is insanely strong for a support unit, especially he gets cripple at later upgrades where he will be able to slow enemies by 10% and increases the damage taken by the enemies by 15%. How to get Ice Elf Emperor is by defeating the new Snowy Domain Act 6 Nightmare Story Mode. You can also do the normal, but it will be a lower chance to get. The best traits you can have on Ice Elf Emperor are Glitch, Overlord, Shinigami, and All-Seeing. Alright, next unit is Hero Hunter Bloodthirsty. Garu is one of the most insane support, especially with his cripple and full AoE at later upgrades in this solo leveling part 2 update. Hero Hunter Bloodthirsty stats a max upgrade and max level are 1,410,000 damage with his SPA at 4.83 seconds, making his damage per second at 291,825.46, making him insanely strong for a support unit with glitch trait, especially he may get more evolutions in the near future. Cripple make enemies have a 10% speed nerf, and enemies will take 15% more damage, which is insanely strong as Garu is full AoE and will be able to hit both air and ground enemies right away. How to evolve Hero Hunter is by defeating the Hero Association map, and there is a chance for it to drop the evolution item for Garu. Okay, next unit is Baldi Series. Saitama is still one of the best ultimate unit in this new solo leveling part 2 update with its insane full AoE and ability he gets at later upgrades, which are insanely overpowered. Baldi Series stats a max upgrade and max level are 1,569,600 damage with his SPA at 7.5 seconds, making his damage per second at 209,280, which is insanely strong, especially he will be able to hit both air and ground enemies at later upgrades. And on top of that, he becomes a full AoE and obtain an ability, and when activated, the ability will deal 32 times of his current damage. The ability has a cooldown of 400 seconds. The best traits you can have on Baldi Series are Glitch, Overlord, and Shinigami. Alright, next one is Sun Wu Winter. Jin Wu is one of the newest unit you can get in this solo leveling part 2 update, and he became one of the best ultimate unit with his insane damage and ability he gets at later upgrades. Sun Wu Winter stats a max upgrade and max level are 439,200 damage with his Hemorrhage dealing 614,880 damage, following his SPA at 7.5 seconds, making his damage per second at 140,544, which is extremely overpowered, especially the ability he gets at later upgrades. He will be able to steal 100% enemy soul, and it will increase his damage by 1.025 permanently, where he will be insanely strong for leaderboard runs once they actually fix it. How to get Sun Wu Winter Ultimate is by using varieties of Spirit Shards, Shadow Commander, Sun Wu Bloodlust, and Shadow Tanker. The best traits you can have on Sun Wu Winter are Glitch, Avatar, and Elemental Master. Okay, next unit is Beast King. Beast King is still one of the best units to evolve in this solo leveling part 2 update, especially he is insanely easy to evolve, which having him as a beginner will carry you in your progress, and not only that, he is a full AoE at later upgrades. Beast King stats a max upgrade and max level are 317,000 damage and his bleed dealing 443,800 damage with his SPA at 6 seconds, making his damage per second at 126,800, which is extremely good for a ground unit, and it becomes a full AoE at later upgrades. How to evolve White Tiger to Beast Hunter is by crafting Clawed Gauntlet using varieties of Spirit Shards, and you can get Spirit Shards from Gold Shop, challenges, and portals. Finally, the last unit is Flame Emperor. Toy is one of the strongest hybrid unit in this solo leveling part 2 update, especially with his flame damage, and cheap to get his hybrid since it will be helpful for raids, portals, and many more. Flame Emperor stats a max upgrade and max level are 1,010,000 damage, his burn dealing 1,210,000 damage with his SPA at 4.42 seconds, making his damage per second at 102,262.44, which is insanely strong, especially on how cheap he is to max upgrade. How to evolve Choi to Flame Emperor is by grinding the Hell City raid and get the evolution drop, and I recommend playing with other players as it is impossible to solo the Act 5 and Act 6 without having a good team. The best traits you can have on Flame Emperor are Glitch, Avatar, and Elemental Master. That was everything for this video on the top 10 must-have units in the new solo leveling part 2 anime last stand update. I hope this video helped you in some sort of way. Remember to subscribe and like, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.